Hi, I'm Karen with CK Customs PA. I'm also an admin on the Facebook group Cricut Help Desk Unofficial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take a colored design that you may have gotten from the internet and turn it into a layered design where you can cut it in multiple colors. Maybe you're looking at something like this. You see here, there are several colors to this design. We have orange, brown, black, white, and pink. But it's a single print then cut image, but your intent is not to print it. You wanted to cut it in these different colors. If you change it to a cut, you'll see here that you lose all the color altogether. So what do? It's in the upload process. Let's go ahead and close out of that guy and go to upload. I'm going to go ahead and browse for that image that I had downloaded. And once you select your image and bring it in, you're going to want to click complex. When you go to the next screen, we'll be able to begin editing it. Now, the key to these images is to look for the ones that have clean, crisp lines and preferably some type of solid color that separates each of the other colors. So in this case, you can see the black separates every other color from each other. That's important here. All right, so you're going to need to next do your cleanup process. We need to turn this in to basically an outline. Now, the image I had already had the background removed. However, the steps would be the same if the background was here. You're using your wand tool, you're clicking advance, and you're going to increase your tolerance. And I like to start around 80. Most of the time, you're going to want to go as high as possible without losing your design. And you'll see what I mean as we go. Don't forget, if at any point you make a mistake, there is an undo button in the upper right corner. With my tolerance set to 80, you can click any of the colors to try to remove them. As you can see, the pink is now gone, and you need to continue this process to remove all the colors, in this case, except for black. Now, if I had a background, like I mentioned, I would do the same and remove the background using this same function. Now, how do you know when your tolerance is too high? Let's set my tolerance to 150 and see what happens. That's way too high. I clicked the brown. The difference between the brown and the black is not that much, so I lost the whole design. Let's click undo. Now, what happens if you go too low? If I go to 10. If I click 10 and try that brown, you may get some fuzziness around your edges, and depending upon the pixelation of the image you've chosen, or if it's a little blurry or fuzzy with a lot of gradient in the colors, you may see even more fuzziness if your tolerance is too low. I'm going to hit undo. I'm going to go back to my comfort level of 80 and see if I can continue removing all the extra colors of this project. Again, my end goal is just the black outline. As you can see there, I accidentally clicked on the black instead of the brown. I'm going to hit undo and continue on. We can go ahead and speed up this video while I clean this up. As you can see here, I've now removed all of the color except for black. Or did I? So the way to check is click preview down at the bottom. As you click preview, look at your design and see if anything just doesn't look quite right. In this case, when I click preview, I notice I lost the nose pieces. If I undo preview, well, they look clear. They're not. Don't forget, white is a color. Those are white and they're going to need to be white in your design. Let's zoom in and get rid of those as well. All right, let's zoom back out and check our preview one more time. All right, that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and click continue to the next screen. You're going to see that continue on the lower right of the screen, under where you see my picture right now. You'll need to select that you want to upload this as a cut image. You can name it as you please, add any additional tags, and then you'll click upload in the bottom right as well. Now I can go ahead and select it from the recent uploads and insert that image onto my canvas. Okay, now that we have the outline, we need to create a layer for each color. So again, we had orange, we had brown, we had pink, white, and black. That is 5 colors. So we're going to duplicate this so we have a total of 5 layers. And now you may need your original image somewhere handy as reference if you want to use those same colors in the same scheme. I do have it uploaded as a print then cut from when I first started this video, so I'm going to just use that as a little cheat, but you can use it from wherever you originally got the picture from or open the file on your computer, whatever works for you. We'll just put him in the corner to keep him as a handy reference. All right, let's go ahead and start with the black layer. The black is your base. Everything else is going to layer on top of the black. So in this case, we can really turn the whole thing into one solid black cut. So to do that, I'm going to click Contour. Let me go ahead and move some of this a little bit now that we're done with our upload. Let's get this to the other side of the screen. All right, let's get into Contour. So Contour is on the lower right. Contour is manipulating the cut lines. So in this case, we want to get rid of all of the cut lines inside of the design. It does take a moment to load here, but once it loads, you'll see your image in the center, and all the pieces of your image are going to load down the side. Your first cut at the top of the side here, on the top right, is typically that outer cut. And in this case, that is the only part we're keeping. So I'm going to use the little quick button at the bottom here that says Hide All Contour. And what that does is it hides everything except for your very top piece. How convenient, right? I'm going to go ahead and click that button. And all of the other parts here in just a moment are going to go in a darker shade of gray. And all that's going to be left is that outer cut. Let's close Contour. Here is our bottom base layer. In fact, let's go ahead and send to back. I just right click and select send to back. Move him to the side a little bit. All right. What should we layer on next? How about we layer on the orange? So select another layer. Let's go ahead for convenience and turn it orange so that we know what we're doing here. Again, click Contour, and this time we need to only leave the parts we want orange. So I do see my little reference guide here on the left. I put there on the canvas just to use for this purpose. And I'm again going to use the Hide All Contour. I find it a little easier to start with removing all and bringing back what I want. So if I remove all, I do need to remember it left that last one there. And as soon as I start selecting some of my orange pieces, like the face, I can then actually turn off that back cut. So we have the face in orange. We have some ear pieces. Let's see. We can see this one is orange, and then from there I can go every other. Let's see what else we need. The body, the legs, and then some of the tail. Let's make sure I get the right ones here. If you click the wrong one, just select it again to unclick it. You can see sometimes the mouse, where it lays over it is a little weird. You just have to get it until you get that piece highlighted to then click it. I'm also going to remove the eyes here and all the black parts. We're just going to let them show through from the under layer. I don't need to layer more black on top. So we'll just remember to cut those through. Oops. Let's see if we can click on them all. The mouth. And let's see if that does it. So let's see if I close Contour, don't forget we can always go back in. Let's see how we did there. Let's bring that on to our design. I think I might have missed a little piece here on the eyebrow, so let me click Contour again. Yeah, see, that one did not get highlighted. I might have clicked it, unclicked it, and didn't even realize it. There we go. So we have 2 layers done. Let's do our next one. What do we want to do next? Let's do the orange. I'm sorry, let's do the brown. We did the orange already. Let's do brown. And again, don't forget the colors you're picking on screen are just to represent what you need for your final design. Really what matters is the material that you're going to put onto your cutting mat. So they don't have to be exact. You can see the oranges vary here. It's all your discretion, and what matters is on the cutting mat. So we made it brown. Let's click contour again. And I still think it's going to be easier to hide all first and then start bringing back my brown pieces. So hide all. And then start finding just those brown areas. Again, referencing your picture wherever you have it. Let's see if we can get this guy. Come on, I'm trying to get that part of the ear there. It's fighting us. Get that one. And now I can turn off the backing. And then see where we get. You can also click the parts from the right side. So if you're really struggling like I am now, I can come through here and look for what I think should be brown. And as you click and unclick, you'll see them change on the image. So that one was a brown piece. That is not. That would be brown. Oops, that one is not. So you can come through here finding your brown parts and going that way as well. Okay, if you watched me go through that, you will have saw that I used both the side panel and the cat itself to try to identify all of those brown pieces. Let's go ahead and close the window and see how I did. We'll line it up over our design and see if we think there's anything we've missed. Bring some of this out of the way. Come on, cat. We can even move our little guy here. Let's see what we're doing. So I think we have some extra black here that we're going to need to get rid of still. But as far as the brown and the orange, the only piece I see here, it looks like on the left side of the face, I may have missed a brown spot. So we're going to look for that as well. So let's go with the brown layer first. Let's see if we can identify or click that spot. See that little slice in there? I gotta make sure I click that one. And close that out. Let's click on our black base layer. Let's get rid of where we accidentally left a large cut there. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Let's contour. Alrighty, so I just need to take that out. I see what happened here. The whisker goes from the face to the tail and kind of connects it and closes it off. So we're going to just get rid of that piece there, and then it'll make much more sense. You see that? It was the whisker closing it off. All right, what do we need next? We need our pink ears, and we need our white layer on the nose. So grab either of the two remaining. Let's go with the white. Let's go to contour. And this will definitely be a good one to hide all. And we're just getting those nose pieces. There is also a zoom on the contour. So I'm going to zoom in, and maybe we'll be able to grab those nose pieces right on the image itself. Let's see. Looks like I may have some body parts trying to click themselves. We'll have to make sure we turn those off. We'll click hide all again. All right, let's see if we can get those nose pieces engaged here. I think we just have one more, the second little dot. There he is. All right, and don't forget to get rid of that background cut. And close that. It's real small. We'll just bring it in here, right on top. And lastly, we need to do our ears. So one more time, go ahead and switch your color. It'll make it easier just to understand what you're looking at, and click contour. We're just going for those inner ear pieces here. So once this loads, I will again click the hide all contour. Let this thing catch up to me a bit, load all those pieces in on the right side. And now we should be able to just get those inner ears. And again, turn off that outer cut. Close the contour window. We now have cute pink ears to bring in. As you can see on the right side, if we get rid of that print then cut, we now have 5 layers remaining, each one a different color. If you click Make It, you'll see that Design Space is going to put each of those onto its own mat where you'll put your vinyl and cut it with your Cricut cutting machine. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Happy crafting!